In honor of UA's homecoming celebration, the class of 1961 held a 50-year reunion.
Some people had a fun Halloween and got the last ride on the old Pueblo trolley.
Coming up, we've got all the information you need about student voting.
This is Wildcast.
Good evening and welcome back to another week of Wildcast. I'm Marlena Hamilton.
And I'm Lexi Suter. The class of 1961 held their 50-year reunion this weekend at the UA Alumni Center. Wildcast reporter Alicia Mendel attended the celebration to hear about many UA memories.
Imagine where you will be 50 years from now. The graduating class of 1961 had their 50th year reunion on Thursday. Many of them reminisce on the good old times that they had here on the U of A campus.
Of course, all the dances and the parties, putting soap suds in the fountain, sneaking in Graham Hall with the football players. That was being afraid I was going to get caught.
In the day, we had the dumbwaiter that went down to the kitchen, and then the food would come up to the dining room. And I would go down to the dumbwaiter and raid the kitchen.
Yes, then, began the padlocking of the refrigerator. True, that's true.
For some, it was an opportunity to meet others from their graduating class. But for others, it was a great way to rekindle friendships that were formed many decades ago.
We came to visit with one another. We came to see the university and the progression that it's made.
The Alumni Association puts on this reception annually for a graduating class's 50th year reunion.
It's something that the Alumni Association does every year to recognize our alum who are celebrating their 50th anniversary, and to be here and celebrate with them, it's pretty exciting.
For the 1961 graduates, most cannot believe that they are attending their 50th year reunion since they still feel like kids at heart.
I can't believe that it's 50. That's the whole thing. We look in the mirror and we don't see what the world sees. We still think of ourselves as that 18 to 21-year-old that was up here at the U of A.
The memories that were made from this graduating class happened over 50 years ago, but they will definitely last a lifetime. Reporting at the Marriott University Park for Wildcast, I'm Alicia Mendel.
The reunion is a UA tradition and is held annually for 50-year graduates.
That is so cool. I really want to come back for my 50-year reunion and see everyone again. I didn't know they did that here.
I know, and it's really fun because I bet the classes were so small then compared to the thousands that they are now. They probably really remember each other and know everyone.
Probably do.
Yeah,
I think
that's cute.
It's really, really cute.
A fun way to celebrate homecoming.
It definitely is. The old Pueblo trolley car has been a fun transportation for the Tucson community. The trolley has been around in Tucson for 18 and a half years, and its final ride ended on Halloween. Wildcast reporter Sammy Jo Roth took the last ride with the old Pueblo trolley.
All aboard the old Pueblo trolley for the very last time. The old Pueblo trolley, which provides streetcar service in central Tucson, embarks on its final voyage. It is being shut down beginning this November and eventually will be replaced with a more modern transportation system. Halloween was the last night of the trolley's operation, inviting passengers in costume to ride for free.
Well, we've been going here for a few years, and we've gone down to Fourth a few times and always see the trolley, but we haven't gotten a chance to ride it, and we figured it'd be the perfect opportunity with it being Halloween and everyone dressing up.
And I had only been on here once before, so I figured, hey, you might as well get on it before they close it.
Yeah.
The trolley has been shuttling shoppers from 4th Avenue to University for more than a couple of decades.
Electric streetcars began operating in Tucson in 1906. Tonight is the absolute last night to ride the trolley, as it is closing for 2 years.
Volunteers and passengers want to preserve this historic landmark and are disappointed to see the trolley being shut down.
I've been here for 5 years. I started out doing grunt work. I was crawling under the car during maintenances. Everyone here is crypt keeper age other than me. I'm 19. At the end of the day, working on these cars, I'll be cut up, probably bleeding, and just dirty down to the bone. but I love it so much because you fix history, and to see kids like him smile and laugh when you're riding, it makes it all worthwhile because you're doing something that makes people happy.
Marty Mercado, along with her daughter, enjoy their final ride, showing UATV some Halloween spirit.
It's the last night, and I just got here to America, and I heard about the trolley, the famous trolley, and last night, and I got to be history.
The trolley would like to resume operations in 2013 as a 4th Avenue favorite and tourist attraction. Reporting from 4th Avenue for Wildcast, I'm Sammy Jo Roth.
The trolley goes through some of the most historic places in Tucson. It goes through U of A, 4th Avenue, downtown, and many more places. If you have taken the trolley before and love it, do not worry because the trolley will open again in 2013.
I've never had a chance to ride it, and
I've never ridden it either. And I've seen it go up and down, especially as it goes down University. I'm like, I always want to take that, and now we can't because we're going to be leaving.
I know, too bad, but it'll be fun for a lot of people to enjoy when it's new and improved.
Exactly.
Voting season is here, and it is important for students to use their right to vote. Wildcast reporter Becca Brookman tells us where, when, and how you can get registered to vote.
Students and young adults of the greater Tucson community have the opportunity to exercise an important civic duty, the right to vote. Students have a voice that needs to be heard. Our opinions matter, and it is necessary for all of us to have a say in the change we believe in.
I believe it's very important to vote because it's my way of having my voice to be heard within my community.
To me, voting is very important because every student at the U of A is the voice of the future, and with one vote, one voice is heard, and I think people really forget that from time to time.
The Tucson city elections are nearing a close. Elected officials will address the concerns of residents as they take the necessary steps to do what is best for the community.
We're focusing on getting students registered for the 2012 election. So it's a great way for students just to get our voices heard. It's the only way we'll be represented is if we vote. If we don't vote, we can't expect our government to take care of us properly.
Be a part of a change you believe in and exercise your right to vote. If you are not yet registered to vote, here's what an Arizona voter registration form looks like. Be sure to pick one of these up at the post office, DMV, Pima County Recorder's Office, or at a voter registration event on campus. Reporting for Wildcast, I'm Becca Brookman.
Geared to young people and is full of good information. And coming up next, Wildcast reporter Laura Weinberg tells us about the club volleyball fundraiser.
Stay with us.
I'm Derek Williams, the former U of A Wildcat. You're watching UATV. Don't change the channel.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now on to sports. The club volleyball team held a fundraiser basketball tournament on October 29th. The team wants to raise money so they can travel to tournaments. Wildcast reporter Lauren Weiberg was there to capture all the action.
This past weekend, the women's club volleyball team held a 3-on-3 basketball tournament in order to raise money for their upcoming season.
Every semester, girls have to pay a certain amount of money, so they're responsible for bringing in a set amount, and not every girl can just pay that up front. So we offer these fundraisers to help them out. In reality, the fundraisers really do help a lot for the people who can't really fundraise or can't really afford to pay for all their traveling expenses, because plane tickets are very expensive to travel cross country, and gas is expensive, and so are the tournament fees. So it does have a great impact on helping them out.
Since the tournament has been held before, the club gains experience each time they do a different fundraiser.
This year it's been a lot more productive and more efficient because we did do it last year, so we learned from our mistakes, and so this year it's a lot more organized and everything with how we actually run the tournament.
Fundraisers like this one help to cover travel expenses. With one tournament under their belt, Becky and the rest of the club head to ASU this weekend.
We just went to San Diego, so we competed in San Diego State's tournament. We're hopefully going to the UCLA tournament, which is in Los Angeles. Our A team will be traveling to Ohio to compete in one of the ranking tournaments, and then in April we go to Kansas City.
The club volleyball team looks forward to having more fundraisers later in their season. Reporting for Wildcast, I'm Lauren Weinberg.
There are two volleyball teams, A and B. The two teams placed top 3 at nationals last year. The A team is 3rd in the ranks of the top division, and B is 2nd in the ranks of the 2nd division.
What a great opportunity for people who, want to play volleyball but maybe weren't recruited by the U of A.
Exactly, and they're really high up in the ranks and stuff like that. I think that's really
being able to
really
travel.
Exciting and stuff, and they travel.
Right.
It's kind of like their own little Wildcat team,
Yep, great opportunity.
It's very cool. Coming up next, Wildcast reporter Carol Ann Scott takes us to a fundraiser for breast cancer. You won't want to miss this unique way students raise money.
UATV 3 UATV 3 When I turn on the TV, I turn it to channel 3, cause they got all the greatest shows that I've been waiting to see. It's entertaining to me, cause it's pertaining to me and all the other Wildcats in the student body. We're broadcasting live to all the residence halls, so all y'all's in the halls, turn your TVs on to channel 3 for Sheezy, so you can see me and all the other happy people down at UATV 3.
Welcome back again, and now on to our last story of the night. Milk for the Cure was a new kind of fundraiser held this year on the UA Mall. Wildcast reporter Carol Ann Scott attended the event and brought back some very interesting footage.
For the first time in a long time, the Comedy Corner added a new show to their schedule. On Thursday, October 27th, the UA's sketch and improv group hosted Milk for the Cure. Director Mike O'Day explains the concept.
Each performer gets their own gallon of milk, and they have to drink it within an hour while doing an improvised comedy show. And we do a lot of pretending like we're not going to be throwing up at the show.
Actors from the UA Comedy Corner, ASU's improv group, as well as UA alumni performed in this charity event. Some of the actors tell their thoughts on how the event went.
I think it went really well. Basically, the gag was that, at some point we're all going to want to throw up from drinking so much milk in a short amount of time. And that happened a lot, and it went over really well with the crowd.
It was fun. I love throwing up, and I know a lot of people don't, but it's very cathartic.
Completing this impossible task was a brave endeavor, but Comedy Corner knows the importance of helping others.
I think, giving, back to that is great, and fighting breast cancer. I've had a couple of relatives who had breast cancer, and it's just a horrifying experience. So, I'd like to throw my money at that rather than, getting a carton of cigarettes or something.
Drink that milk until you throw up! All proceeds for this event went to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Reporting for Wildcast on the UA Mall, I am Carol Ann Scott.
The group raised more than $200 for the Susan G. Komen Foundation, and it was the first time for this event this year.
I can't believe people actually drink that much milk, and
I know.
Puking it up.
Yeah. Maybe in the future they'll find an easier way, but at least they raise some money, right?
At least they raise some money, but hopefully next year it's a little more like cleaner or something.
Yeah, it doesn't look like fun to me.
I don't know. That is all we have for you tonight. You can watch us anytime online at uatv.arizona.edu. We will see you next week. I'm Marlena Hamilton.
And I'm Lexi Suter. Enjoy the rest of your week, and don't forget to honor our veterans this Friday for Veterans Day. We will see you back here next week for another edition of Wildcast.